Hi there, this video is about teaching English online. If you are looking for remote work, so that's things you can do at home from your computer, teaching English online could be a great option for you. Whether you're a student, whether you have children and you want to be in the house with them, or whether you like staying in your pajamas all day and still getting paid, teaching English could be the right option for you. Today, I'm going to talk about Carrot Global, which is an online English teaching school based out of South Korea. So if any of that sounds interesting, please stay tuned. So what is Carrot Global looking for in an English teacher? Like many online English schools, you do need to have a bachelor's degree. That bachelor's degree can be in anything. It doesn't have to be English or education necessarily, but they do want a bachelor's degree. You do not need to have a TEFL certification, a TESL, a CELTA, any of these kind of ESL certifications. They are looking for native speakers or people who have native-like accents. So what do you need before you apply to Carrot? The technological requirements are pretty basic. Because the company supplies you with all of your English teaching materials, and all of those are easily downloaded from their website. There's not a lot of preparation you need as far as props or flashcards or anything like that. You will need a fairly standard and fast internet connection, as you will be videoing or calling your students via an online phone. You'll also need a headset so that it's really better for everybody. Your students will be able to hear you since you'll be mic'd. And you'll also be able to hear your students more clearly, which is great when you're teaching online. So who will you be teaching at Carrot? According to their website, students are 18 plus, which is generally true. I have been working for Carrot for about a year now, and while most of the students are adults, you will get some juniors, and they can be anywhere from around 8 all the way to 18. They do provide all of the materials you will need, no matter the age or the level. All levels are present, so you will get beginner students who know little to no English, all the way up to people who are nearly native and just want to practice their conversation with a native speaker. The materials provided are quite good. As I mentioned before, you don't need a degree in education or English to be a teacher at Carrot. Because the materials will guide the student through at an appropriate level. So you don't need to worry about your teaching skills. You'll pick it up as you're on the job. So let's talk the mechanics of how everything works as far as payment and scheduling is concerned. It is a job after all. So Carrot is one of the lower paid jobs on the ESL online market. The general pay rate is from $13 US to $17 US. So depending on your skills and experience, they will start you out at somewhere in that range. I think most people start on the lower end with the potential to have pay increases based on performance. How scheduling works with Carrot. So what you will do is fill out a form which says when you are free. You'll have to fill it out in your time zone as well as the Korean time zone so that the schedulers have an idea of when you are available in both time zones. After that, you will see your schedule get filled in those class increments that I talked about earlier. Okay, so overall, here are the pros and cons of working with Carrot. The pros are the students. So having a mostly adult student body is really great. They're motivated. You don't have to do some of the more silly things you might have to do working with children, like singing and dancing or having props. So if you are more interested in teaching adults, Carrot's definitely a great option. Another pro of Carrot is they're very flexible. They're very understanding that this is an internet-based system. So if your internet goes out, if there's a bad connection, if you want to take a few days off, as long as you communicate with them, there are no penalties for these things. They do have penalties if you don't tell a student that you're not going to be there for class, but usually if you can contact Carrot and explain the situation to them, they're very understanding and you won't incur any penalties for taking a few days off, having a holiday, or if you miss classes due to an internet connection or a program failure. It's not a big deal, and they're very understanding and they're willing to work with you. The cons of teaching at Carrot, as I mentioned before, the general pay rate is between $13 and $17 an hour. This is pretty low compared to other online English schools out there. Another con is that there's no guaranteed hours. So, for example, if you say that you are available 5 hours out of the day, potentially you could only have, let's say 3 10-minute lessons. So that is Carrot Global in a nutshell. I've been working for Carrot for about 1 year. And I found the overall experience to be fairly satisfactory. I have had other jobs as I've worked with them. I think it would be a little difficult to have Carrot be your main source of income. But for a part-time job or a second job, it's a great option. So I hope that was helpful for you and that you can make a more informed decision about your potential ESL career.